I came into this world with a cry, but no one heard what I truly needed. My name is Melissa. No one taught me how to love me. I spent my earliest years in the Dominican Republic, raised by my grandmother, while my grandfather faded slowly with Parkinson's. Later, I returned to Boston to live with my mother, a woman trying to outrun her own pain, her traumas living at the bottom of a bottle. My grandfather and my grandmother were Catholic. When she learned my grandfather had another woman, she vowed that he would never share her bed again. But she stayed. She cared for him. She endured. Later, when my mother was being abused in every way possible by her husband, my grandmother urged her to stay too, because that's what her beliefs told her love was supposed to look like. But my mother ran. She fled with her 2 sons. She escaped, yes, but never spoke of the wounds, never healed them. And so silence became my inheritance. Love meant endurance, loyalty meant pain. At 4, I learned that affection had conditions. At 6, I froze as a whisper told me, no digas nada, don't say anything. At 15, I picked up my first paycheck. At 17, I dropped out of high school, too numb from depression to keep pretending that I was okay. In our culture, we don't talk about self-love. We talk about sacrifice, about I want that, get through it, be strong. But strength without healing becomes silence, and silence becomes sickness. No one taught me how to feel safe in my own skin, so I started building my safety, piece by fragile piece. There is a cost to growing up unseen, and it isn't just pain. It is what that pain teaches you to believe about your worth. I chased love where I could find it, let others define me, molded myself into what I thought would be accepted. I disappeared to be tolerated. I learned to mistake pain for passion, and I confused survival with success. I remember lying on a futon, a duffel bag at my feet, whispering to myself, at least I'm not alone. But the silence said otherwise. No one taught me how to be enough. So I started unlearning everything that told me I wasn't. Some shifts are loud. Mine was not. Mine was slow, quiet, sacred. It looked like saying no when I used to say sorry, like walking away from love that didn't love me back, like writing down my story when I barely had the words. It looked like showing up to class with 3 hours of sleep, like wiping down gift shop counters after midnight shifts, like returning to a bedroom I shared with my disabled mother and still opening up my laptop to study. I started with a GED and a fragile hope that maybe, just maybe, I could do more. One class became a degree, then another, and then somehow I was standing in cap and gown 3 times. Not chasing perfection, just reclaiming possibility. Not because I had it all together, but because I began to believe that I was worth investing in. Let me be clear, self-love is not indulgence. For women like me, for Dominican daughters told to endure, to smile, to be strong, self-love is rebellion. It is peeling back shame with trembling hands. It is looking in the mirror and saying, tú eres suficiente, you are enough. It is reclaiming softness without apology. No one taught me how to be whole, but I pieced myself together anyways. And now I speak the words I once needed to hear. I see children, adolescents, and women frozen in the same silence I once carried. I see them, and I say, you're not your trauma. You're not your rejection. You are not what they said. We don't heal in isolation. We heal in community. We heal when someone whispers, me too, and then shouts, let's begin again. I am the voice I needed, and now I offer it freely. If you don't know where to start, try this. Stand in front of a mirror, look into your eyes, and say the words you always needed to hear until your voice no longer trembles. Or write a letter to yourself from someone who loves you and borrow their voice until it becomes your own. So I ask you, what would change if you believed you were worthy before you ever earned it? I want to end where I began. Yes, I came into this world with a cry, but today I stand before you with a voice. They said I was too broken, too loud, too soft, too much. But I say, I am enough. I am worthy. I am whole. I am here. Not just surviving, not just healing, but loving myself so loudly, even the silence listens.